In this session, we discuss about few more options in Power Query Editor. Refresh and split column, group by data type. Okay, a few very simple options, but important options which we should know. Now, yeah, I came to my Power Query Editor, and yes, now here in refresh preview, the difference between refresh preview and refresh all, whenever you press refresh preview, whatever the query you have selected, only that is refreshed. And whenever you click refresh all, each and every query, for example, if I take here one query and these are two queries, and here we have two more queries, total we have five queries. In other queries, no, I don't have any data. So total these five queries are refreshed whenever you click on refresh all. But whenever you click refresh preview, only that particular query is refreshed. This is the difference. And yes, and we have seen this choose columns and remove columns. And yes, of course, A to Z. For example, I have selected the department, and now if I click on A to Z, it is sorted into ascending order. See, F after F we get H, I, marketing as well sales. Even vice versa, all the records are arranged in a similar way. And in the same way, if you click on Z2A, yes, if you don't want again start to, if you want to go for previous step, you can come here and you can click on sorted rows. Okay, now this is a sorting and split columns. Split columns means this is one of the transformation we are doing. How do we separate? We have multiple types in split column. One is by delimiter, and one is by number of characters, and one is by position, and lowercase to uppercase, and digit to non-digit. I mean from numerical to alphabets, non-digit to digit, alphabets to numerical. If your data contains that kind of particular data, for example, I have selected software engineer. Okay, fine. I want to HR working. I take only this job title, remaining all the columns I delete. So what I do, I go to choose columns and sorry, remove columns and remove other columns. Now I have only job title column. Now I perform split operation on this. And whenever you perform split column by delimiter, so whether you want to separate by space or at the rate or hyphen, so by delimiter, I want to separate this by uh, you know space. So yeah, already I have selected each occurrence of the space or left side space or right side space. That is what delimiter, left delimiter or right delimiter or each delimiter. For example, I click on left delimiter. So I click OK. Here null, because Power BI never leave cell as empty. Empty cells are replaced with null values. What is null? Null means unknown value. Again, see here also after recruiter, we don't have anything. That is the reason it is replaced with null. So whenever you split column, whenever you do this transformation happens in a new in the same column. For example, now we have done through delimiter. I delete this, split column, delete. Yes, if I split column by number of characters, by number of characters, first three characters, I just click OK. See again, as from left or as from right or repeatedly. Repeatedly means every three characters are separated in the different columns. So if I click OK, see every three characters. Here, don't think here we have only two characters. After E, we have a space. Software engineer, engineer, after software, after E here we have a space. So that is the reason it is displaying only two characters. But if you calculate length of that, you will get a three. Now, yes, if you want to close the transformations, yes, delete the transformations, you can click on here. And again, in the same way, by number of position, lowercase to uppercase. For example, if I click on lowercase to uppercase, see here we don't have any lowercase to uppercase because this is a capitals. Okay, and again lower. But here, if you see from lowercase to this is uppercase. So you can split from lowercase to uppercase to lowercase, and digit to non-digit. Okay, and even one more option is group by. What is group by? I'll show you. I remove this also, removed other columns. Now I choose only two columns. In this, I choose only salary column and department column. I click OK. Now I want to know department wise total salaries. In that case, I want to group my department. How do I group? Just click on group by. It displays department. What is the column name? Department. Operation. What do you want to perform? I want to perform sum. And what is the column? On which column your uh, salary column? Based on salary column, you need some new column name is total salary. Click OK. See, new column name is total salary, and all the IT. This is all the IT total. This is all the HR total. This is all the finance total. This is all the marketing as well sales. So if I close this again, I go to the previous step. Yes, this is my data. For example, I want to know department wise what is the average salary of a person. Then what do? I select the column. I click on group by and basic and department wise. New column name average salary, and again here you want to do the operation average, and then column is salary column because on department you cannot perform average action, so you have to select salary column, then click OK. See average salary of IT department as well HR and finance. So group by means whatever the multiple you have, it makes as a unique value, and based on that whether you want sum or average or count, it picks that respective value. So again, I delete this and fine. Now, yes, we have seen you care refresh all split column group by. And then next one is data type. Data type whole number. Yes, and if you want to change the data type, for example, normally if you observe this data, as I am removing this step, yes, see, whenever you have ABCDs in the starting of the header, see, it is displaying ABC. It means text. For example, when you take department, yes, this is also text values, string values. So again, it is displaying ABC. Software engineer ABC. Date of joining, whenever you have a dates in that, it displays calendar symbol. And if you have numericals in a particular column, then it is displaying ABC. If it is a text, ABC. If it is a calendar, yes, then it is a, sorry, it is a date, it is a calendar symbol. And then if it is a salary, and then it displays 1, 2, 3. For example, here I have a date of joining. If I want to convert this from date to, what is that? Numericals, decimal number. See, this is the decimal number. And again, the decimal number again, if you change into, yeah, you have to replace the current. Like this, you can change the type of the data also. Already we know every language or everywhere, wherever we go, we have a multiple data types like whole number, date, percentage, time, fraction, scientific, and Boolean values, which is a true or false. By using this, you can change the, yes, you can change the data type. But here, the thing is, in Power BI, the beauty is it can, a single column allows only a single type of data. For example, if you take an Excel sheet, in Excel, in a single column, for example, here if you have date of joining, even though you have a date of joining, here you can take dates or you can take numbers, and you can, if you type any text also, it accepts. But Power BI, whenever you type this kind of data, it won't, sorry, it won't accept. For example, if you have this kind of data in Power BI, and if you change this column into date, then remaining these two, it displays as a, Power BI displays as a error. For example, if you convert this into text, these two becomes errors. So in this way, you can change the data types and use first row as headers. Already we have seen that. And replace, and yes, replace values. For example, here I want to replace manager with director. Here I have a manager, and yes, here I have a manager. These two managers I want to replace with a director. So if I select the column and click on replace and value to find manager and replace with director, and then just click on OK. See, HR director. In this way, you can also replace the values. And in entire Power Query, the most important concept is merge queries and append queries. Even we will discuss this option later. Till now, we have seen this data type, replace values, and one more is data source settings. What is this data source settings? I'll show you. For example, now I have downloaded this data from somewhere from my file. So I, what I do is I delete this, the source file. I am deleting this. Now if I come and if I refresh the data, see, because your source file you have deleted. In that case, if you refresh again, it tries to pick the data from source file. In that case, you don't get the data and there is no file, you get error. In that case, go to data source settings, and you have to replace the file by using this change source. From change source, you can use browse, and from this you can select the location and you can change the location. So now I have deleted already, so I replace it again. I go to recycle bin. Sort date. See, right click on this, and yes, restore. Now, yes, this is restored. Now you can refresh or otherwise. Now what am I doing is I change this to new folder. Okay. Now in this new folder, again, if I try to, yes, refresh this, again you get error because that file is not in the location. So now what I do, go to data source settings and change source, browse the file and new folder, and in new folder I select data and I click on open, and then you click OK. Just click close. Now click on refresh preview. See, by using data source settings, you can change the source file location or whatever the file you have in your Power BI. Okay, fine.
If you really like the content, please like and subscribe for more videos.